Hi everybody, it's Shea. Welcome to or back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a weekend vlog to show you kind of what I do in a weekend. And if this is your first video that you're watching from me, I live in Los Angeles. I work a full-time job Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends I work on my blog and some other content creation for some of my side hustle stuff. So I just wanted to give you all a little peek into my life about what I do on the weekends, how I'm productive, how I work on some of my blogging and social media content, and also for those of you who watch for my language learning content, how I incorporate studying and learning Italian throughout my weekend. So instead of doing just one video focused on just studying or just content creation, I just wanted to show you an overall look into my life on the weekends and what I normally do. Right now it's about 11 a.m. I definitely woke up earlier than that. I went to get my car repaired this morning, or tried to, but they said there was nothing wrong with it, even though it's been making a weird noise. But anyways, that's beside the point. So I woke up and went to take my car in first thing in the morning, and now I'm going to sit down and finally figure out what I'm gonna do this weekend, because I wrote down this list of all these little things that I need to get done, but I don't really have an actual plan of when or how I'm gonna get them done. So right now I just wanna figure out what I need to get done for my blogging stuff, but then also how much I wanna study, and then just some other fun things, like I wanna go to the beach this weekend and stuff like that. So right now it's just gonna be little planning. I have my coffee and I will just figure out the rest of the weekend, the plan, and how I can fit all this stuff into these next 2 days. So let's go. Okay, so I wrote out everything that I wanted to get done this weekend, and I even have time blocks of when I want to do everything. Right now, I just made some lunch and I want to study my Italian, so I'm going to be using this language app called Busuu. And I'll actually be making a video on my experience using it, and that video will be coming out soon, but I'm just gonna eat some lunch and then do some studying. And then later on, I have to clean my bathroom because it's very bad and I gotta clean that up. Then I wanna get a workout in, and then after I shower, I wanna do some blog work, so I'll write a new blog post, and then I also have to go to CVS, so I'm gonna try to fit that all in today. And this schedule looks like it'll work out well, but we'll see, because sometimes you just have to readjust. But I think it should be overall a pretty productive day. We will see. All right, so I just finished eating, and I, was watching some YouTube videos in Italian, but I also want to just do some practice for verb conjugation specifically. So today I was just gonna work on conjugating some verbs in the future tense, because actually I've never formally learned the future tense. It was just one of those things where it kind of popped up in speaking practice, or talking with my tutor. Sometimes I would try to find a word in the future, and there's some words that I would use enough that I just knew maybe the first person singular of the future. But I just wanted to just practice conjugating some verbs to get used to it, because there are plenty of times where I've been speaking, especially to my tutor, and I'll want to use a word in the future, and then I realize I don't really know how to conjugate it. So I just wanted to go through and just do some quick practice, maybe 10 minutes or less, of just conjugating a few different verbs in the future, just to get practice with the different endings. I went through a few conjugations, and I think I'll probably study a little bit more later because lately I've just kind of been studying little segments throughout the day. But I really, really want to clean my bathroom because it looks so bad, and I was just in there and I was like, okay, I need to clean this. So I'm gonna change and then just like do a super deep clean of the bathroom, and then after that I'm gonna work out. Plus, I just feel like cleaning is very therapeutic and calming for me, and it's very satisfying. So I'm actually like excited to clean the bathroom, which sounds weird, but like I love cleaning. I don't know, I just so let's go clean the bathroom. Just finished cleaning the bathroom. I'm like sweating because I was mopping the bathroom. Like it really takes a lot out of you. But anyway, so I decided that since I am all like gross now, I'm just gonna do my workout, and I have my whole little setup. I normally just like put a mat down and then I have my video right here, and then that way I can. And today I'm just doing this workout, lower abs and cardio workout by Heather Robertson. I love her workouts, and I like only do Heather Robertson workouts. I'm actually really ahead of schedule, which is good. Why am I breathing so hard? So I'm just gonna do this workout, which is 40 minutes, and then do all the rest of my stuff. I'm ahead of schedule, which is good. I'm feeling very productive today, so. So I showered and made a protein shake after my workout. The workout was pretty hard and I was not feeling it today, so that was not very good. But you know what? Everyone has those days. I just brought my laptop to my bed because I'm gonna work on my blog post now, and then I'll just put something. I usually just like to have Netflix in the background, or like a Disney movie or something while I'm drafting out my blog post. I'll kind of show you my process of how I write my blog posts. I actually haven't posted in a while. I've been pretty lazy with my blog stuff, so I'm trying to get back on track with that, but I will walk you through my process of how long it takes me and how exactly I plan out my blog post and then write it, publish it, all that kind of stuff. So this right here is my running list of different blog post ideas, YouTube ideas, different Instagram story ideas, stuff like that. I just kind of add these ideas whenever I think about them. Right now I'm not actually too crazy about like any of these ideas. I just don't really feel like writing about any of them. So I think I'm gonna just brainstorm what I want to do. But then usually what I do is I just open up a Google Doc like this and I start my outline. Here, for example, is one of my blog posts that I've already written. So I start out like I'll write some keywords. So these are keywords that I want to keep in mind as I'm writing my blog post because I want these words to appear throughout my blog post. You can see here, so this would be like one topic, and then this used to be just a few bullet points, but then obviously I expand. I definitely like to break up my blog post, usually in some sort of like list format, like top 5, whatever, top 10, something like that, because I think that is, a lot of people prefer reading things that way instead of one just like giant block of text. I'm gonna go ahead and draft out my new blog post, and I'll show you what that looks like when I make my outline. Okay, so I just finished writing my outline for my blog post, and I'm just gonna walk you through exactly what that looks like. Okay, so as you can see, I have my keywords up at the top here, and I decided to do a blog post about 5 things you can do to be more productive. So these are just like daily activities or things that you can do every single day to help become more motivated, productive, that kind of stuff. So I just wrote down for me 5 things that I like to do that have helped me. So I have writing to-do lists, exercising, taking breaks, meditating, journaling, and then noting your achievements at the end of the day. So what I do normally is I write out my intro paragraph, and you can see it's not super big, and this is still a draft, so I might change it, but I usually just like to write out the intro. And then this is how I break it down. So I have my 5 different things, but then I have just a few points to touch on when I'm writing my actual blog post. And then you can see here that things like this, like if I ever include an affiliate link, this links to a planning daily like organizer thing that you can buy on Amazon. So I just put that link in there. So I make sure to include that when I write the actual post. And then right here is a note to link to my workout recommendation blog post, because I want to include some internal links to other blog posts. So that way people can stay on my blog and visit some of my other blog posts. So yeah, you can see that I just went through and added like 3 to 4 bullet points under each topic. Now what I'll do is I'll go through and then actually expand this into paragraphs. Probably took me like 35 minutes just because I had to come up with my topic and I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what I was going to write about. So I was doing some research on Pinterest about like some productivity stuff to get some ideas of what I wanted to do. So once I got the idea, I actually had to like write out the 5 things that I wanted to talk about. And then of course, like actually breaking it down. So I'd say, yeah, in total 35-40 minutes. So that's probably a little bit longer than it would normally take me. And I think I might take a break right now because I'm not super, ironically, I'm not super motivated to actually write right now. But I might come back to this later today or tomorrow. Hi, good morning. It is about 10:30 in the morning and I woke up around 8:30, had breakfast with my sister downstairs, and then had some stuff that I had to work on. But I made some coffee and decided that I would do a little bit of Italian studying this morning. I usually prefer to study in the morning before work, or just like on the weekends. I love studying in the morning. I don't know, I wake up feeling motivated, so I might as well study when I actually feel inspired to study. Other things I want to get done today, I want to finish up this blog post that I was writing yesterday. I also was hoping to take some Instagram photos this morning because I haven't posted in a month, so I definitely want to get some new content for that. And then I did originally want to go to the beach today and just like read and sit on the beach, but unfortunately it's pretty cloudy and it looks like it's supposed to be cloudy all day. So that might not happen, and instead I might just do some fun fall activities with my sister. And yeah, so we'll just see how the day goes. But for right now, I'm just gonna study some Italian for probably 20-30 minutes. So when I'm studying Italian, and especially right now when I'm using Busuu, I like to talk out loud a lot. I'll just show you. All right, so I'm going to move on to my next lesson in Busuu and see what that is. Okay, so this exercise is having me read a whole text in Italian. And then I'll probably have to answer questions about it. So usually what I like to do is read out loud because, like I've said before, I think it's important to always get a chance to work on your pronunciation. And I think you might as well just read it out loud instead of reading it in your head. So, Pavarotti è anche un uomo molto generoso ed un artista che vuole portare la lirica nelle case di tutto il mondo. Nell'ultima parte della sua carriera, che alcuni hanno criticato, Pavarotti si avvicina al mondo della musica leggera. Oggi la Fondazione Pavarotti, che aiuta studenti di canto lirico ed organizzazioni benefiche, continua il lavoro del maestro Luciano. It's a lot. Alright, so I just took some Instagram photos. I realized as I was taking them, I should have been filming me taking them to show you. I took most of them on my phone, and it actually went by pretty quick. I think I got like 3 or 4 new photos, which is good because I don't post every day. But I got some really good ones and I'm really happy with how they turned out, so I will show them up on the screen and then you'll eventually see them on my Instagram anyways. It's 1 o'clock now, so I'll probably eat lunch and then my sister and I are gonna decorate some pumpkins, and I think later after that is when I'll finish my blog post because I want to have that scheduled and ready for the week, and then I also want to make pins to post on Pinterest to promote that. So I think I'll do like some fun stuff now and then work on my blogging stuff this afternoon, kind of like I did yesterday.